Hello there guys, Ricky here. Okay, so I've got an email about a question about flattening stones and Atoma stones in particular. So the question was, should you use the Atoma 140 or the 400 as a flattening stone? Okay, so I personally, this is what I do. I've tested both stones substantially, extensively. And here's my findings in terms of what stone I actually prefer. The 140, okay, it can flatten any stone out there. Any whetstone that you have that's got some some grooves or any sort of imperfection, the 140 will take it down really fast. Okay, so that's a good thing, but also you got to keep in mind that this stone is extremely aggressive, okay? I've tried using it on some knives that I needed to repair for some people, and it takes down metal really quickly, okay? So that's great, except that it takes material off too fast in some cases, okay? So if you have a Japanese whetstone that's on the soft side, it's gonna wear down that stone extremely fast, okay? And what I don't like about the 140 in particular is after I flatten a polishing stone, say a Rashiyama 6000 or the Suhiro Rika 5000, I feel like the stone surface still needs a little bit of lapping before it's ready to be used as a polishing stone again. So, and then what I'll do is I'll take a 1000 stone or another, typically 1000 stone, and I'll lap the newly polished stone, you know, I'll grab something like this and I'll rub them together to really even out the surface after I use the 140. On the 400, on the other hand, I don't feel like I need to lap the stone at all. I've actually have flattened a 5000 and 6000 grit stone with the 400, and it feels really nice after the flattening. So here's my suggestion. Okay, if you're the type that you want to minimize on stones, okay, and you don't want to have a three or four, like let's say you don't want to have a lapping stone, a flattening stone, a polishing stone, and a sharpening stone, okay, the 400 can act as your core stone, and then you have a 1000, and then you have your polishing stone, okay. And then you might, so that way this stone will act as your coarse, your number one stone, and then your sharpening stone, and it can also act as a flattener for both these stones, really nicely. The 1000, the 100, 140, this stone here, I feel like if you have this stone, you still might want to have a 400 grit stone or 500 grit stone for those, annual sharpenings where you need to resurface your bevel, or or maybe correct a stone, or correct a chip on the edge of your knife. So if you have this stone, I feel like you might need another stone between this one and the 1000, such as let's say a Bester 500 or something like that. So yeah, so that might be, it's a great stone, okay. And after about, I would say, at least 10 flattenings or so, this stone does become smoother. It becomes closer to what the 400 is naturally, okay. So yeah, I've never had problems flattening any stone with the 400, and I've noticed that the amount of material that comes off the stone on the 140 is substantial. I feel like every time I flatten a stone, I'm shaving off 10 to 15 sharpenings in the future. So it's a lot. Okay, you do lose a lot of material when you flatten with a 140. On the 400, on the other hand, is I feel like I can just flatten exactly what I need, and I may have used up maybe 2 or 3 sharpenings worth of material. So it's substantially less than the 140. But again, if you're very aggressive on your stones and you have a lot of sharpening, and you have a stone that's soft, that uses a lot of material, that gullies fast, the 140 will keep it flatter, faster, get it flatter faster. If you are the type that like to flatten your stone before each sharpening, and you want to have a stone that will last you a long time, well, both of these will last a long time, but you increase the longevity of your sharpening stones and your polishing stones, the 400 will work a little better. Okay, so that might be it for you guys. If you're the type that sharpens your knives and on a weekly basis and you like to flatten your stone prior to every sharpening, go with the 400. If you want to flatten your stone once a month or once every few weeks, and you want to have a very aggressive sharpening stone, you know, coarse stone, go with the 140. Okay. Hopefully that clears that out. Thank you guys for watching, and give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I need knives. I don't have enough knives. If you guys are sick of seeing me sharpen these stones on the same 2 or 3 knives that I have in my stock, of kitchen knives, send me some knives. Okay, so yeah, if you're watching this and you live in the LA, or if you're in the US and you're comfortable shipping me your knife, contact me, message me, or email me below. Or if you're international and you care to pay for the shipping of your knife here and back, it's got a lot of money. That's why I think this will not work for an international audience or a viewer somewhere outside of the US. But yeah, I love to get some knives to sharpen. And if you send me your knife, you can actually choose any combination of stones, or you can say, all right, I want to see what the results are on this combination and that combination. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Okay, so thank you guys for watching again, and I will see you soon.